Located in the Alpine foreland of Germany, 80 kilometers to the southwest of Munich, the Hohenpeissenberg Meteorological Observatory is the world's oldest meteorological observatory on a mountain. Since 1952, it has been one of the two research observatories of the Deutsche Wetterdienst. Some of its measurement series reach back as far as 1781, when the monks of the nearby Rothenburg monastery began to regularly observe the weather from the top of the Mount Hohenpeissenberg. Today, the staff at the observatory undertake long-term observations of the changes in the atmosphere. They analyze the chemical composition of the atmosphere and how it is constantly changing due to human activity. Since 1993, one of the observatory's key tasks has been to contribute to the Global Atmosphere Watch program of the World Meteorological Organization. Within the framework of this program, 80 countries jointly observe the effects of human activity on the composition of the air. For the purposes of the Global Atmosphere Watch, the Hohenpeissenberg Meteorological Observatory measures the concentrations of different trace gases and aerosols in the atmosphere and also the pollutants contained in precipitation, which all play a role in the chemical processes in the atmosphere, such as the greenhouse effect. Nitrogen oxides as trace gases are, for example, largely responsible for the formation of ozone. For this reason, the observatory at Hohenpeissenberg has carried out ozone profile measurements since the end of the 1960s. This is mainly done with ozone sondes and since 1987 also by means of a laser radar named LIDAR. So-called Dobson and Brewer spectrometers additionally measure the depth of the ozone layer. Solid or liquid particles that are suspended in the atmosphere are referred to as aerosols, of which one example is volcanic ash. Volcanic ash requires particularly careful monitoring because, if it occurs in high concentrations, it poses a great danger to aircraft. This is why the Deutsche Wetterdienst has established a volcanic ash evaluation center at Hohenpeissenberg. A network of so-called ceilometers collects information about where and at which heights aerosol layers are located. Additional LIDAR, laser measurement systems, are needed for identifying the type of aerosol. These instruments can differentiate between ash, dust and other aerosols. This makes it possible to determine the concentration of volcanic ash over Germany very shortly after a volcano has erupted. Hohenpeissenberg is the only station in the world that has been monitoring the atmosphere's chemical power to clean itself for almost 20 years. For this purpose, measurements are carried out to determine the hydroxyl radical, a substance which transforms air pollutants in the atmosphere into water-soluble substances that are later washed out by precipitation. Since 2016, the observatory has also been monitoring greenhouse gases, such as the familiar carbon dioxide. This is done within the framework of Germany's Integrated Carbon Observation System Network, ICOS, established for the long-term observation of greenhouse gases from tall towers, mountain tops, and ships and along the coasts. The data obtained through this network help, among other things, to determine whether political decisions taken to reduce greenhouse gas emissions have been successful or not. If you would like to learn more about the Hohenpeissenberg Meteorological Observatory, come and visit our website at dwd.de/MOHp. Deutscher Wetterdienst, for both weather and climate.